Today on the Biz Talk, we're going to cover 3 key marketing tips for nail professionals, actual ways of marketing your business right now on the Biz Talk. Melissa, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Melissa's here for, let me introduce her first in case you don't know who she is. Melissa De La Cruz. She's been a YN mentor and an OWC instructor for us. OWC is our 1-week course that we hold here in Anaheim. She's been doing it for how many years now, Melissa?
I've done it 8.
My God, 8 years.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, and yes, we've been having a lot of fun. And Melissa has been such a huge key for our company. You know, we've had a very long relationship with Melissa as someone that helps and teaches nail professionals not only technique, but also ways of building their business, actual marketing ways of building their business. And I want to talk to Melissa today about her experience because she's done this a couple times, very successful in the salon. And if you're a nail pro and you're looking to build your clientele in any way, shape, or form, trust me, you're going to want to listen to this episode. It's going to bring a ton of value. So, Melissa, there's a couple different ways of marketing yourself as a nail professional.
Yes.
And I always hear you guys talking about 2 different ways. And then there's one way I'm very passionate about, right? And let's hit all 3, but let's start with, I think, the most basic way of marketing yourself as a nail professional, which I hear you guys say, I've been hearing you guys say it for years now, which is wear your work.
You're absolutely right.
Right? Why is that so important?
Well, it's extremely important because you're advertising, basically you're advertising your own work on yourself.
Right.
So that does help. When you're shopping, clothes shopping, grocery shopping, at the bank, it doesn't matter where you're at. People are always asking me who does my nails. So that helped me grow a lot. It also gives your clients ideas of what to get next
right.
and how to make more money off of that.
Right. That totally makes sense. And so is that something that was natural for you in the beginning? Like when you first were building a clientele, were you like, I need to wear my work? Or did you hear it somewhere? Or like what's the deal there?
That's funny. That's a great question. I love wearing nails, actually. I love the way they look. I like how they make me feel. If I'm in sweats, if I'm dressed up. So I naturally found that out because I wore them. And I got a compliment from a lot of people that would say, I've never seen a nail tech that wore their own work or that actually had their nails done. And the response I would get from people who would come to me for their nails when they saw it is, you did these?
Yeah.
So I could imagine what you'll do to me. So that helped me a lot.
So interesting to me after hearing it from you, Greg Tracy, at trade shows, at classes at OWC for so many years. It seems like the most logical, simple way to get your work out in the market because as a person, we're always moving. Like you said, grocery store, shopping, I'm going to go to Target, Walmart, the mall, I'm going to take my kids somewhere. How many times I go into Starbucks to get coffee?
Yes. When
your nails are blinging, especially the way that you do them, they're going to get attention. Like realistically, how many times do you get somebody that makes a comment on your nails every day?
On the daily.
On the daily.
Yes. And it was funny when I first started dating my husband, he's like, everybody comments on your nails constantly. I'm like, well, it's my business. So it really helps build your clientele.
And they'll say like nice nails. Well,
yes.
Okay. Let me ask.
Where did you go?
And where did you go?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was my question. So your response is?
I actually do nails. Here's my card. Or this is my IG page.
Right.
Something to market yourself to get them there.
Right. Okay. So important. If you are someone, a nail professional that really is looking to build your clientele, please, at the minimum, wear your work. And would you recommend doing something, like if somebody's going to wear their work, like you want to do something that's maybe eye-catching, right? That's going to get a little bit of attention.
Well, definitely around the holidays or vacation, something special like that. But it's okay if you do like a polish or gel service, something that you offer. It could be simple.
Sure.
I mean, I have simple clients too, and I wear mine a little fancy, but you attract everybody. You just need them done with some service you provide.
Perfect. I like to check that one off the box. Now, I want to move into the second zone here, which I'm super passionate about, and you just mentioned. So this is a nice segue into it, which is, here's my IG handle. Like if somebody comments on your nails, you wear your work, it's a perfect way of like, you can check out more of my work. Here's my IG page. How important is it for you as a nail professional in today's world to have your Instagram page like up to date and you making sure you're posting regularly, which you do on your, I know because I follow you on your stories and your main page, you're always posting, and we repost a lot of her work as well because it's beautiful. How key is that?
It's huge. That's actually what built my clientele now. So I've built my clientele actually 3 times. When I first started doing nails when I was 18. I distributed for a while and didn't do nails in salon for a few years. Then decided I like being in salon, so I had to build it again. That was a little easier. I was in the same area.
Okay.
So I kind of had a reputation. But when I moved to Southern California, it was a different beast.
Right. I remember this.
And in my head, I'm a pretty positive person.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got this 6 months max, right? I did build it pretty fast. It took me like a year and a half to where I couldn't take new clients. And it was wearing my work and having my Instagram page for them to see everything I could do. Because some people may say, oh, those nails are pretty, but I couldn't wear them that long. But give them my page and they see I have short nails on there. I have natural nails on there. That actually is what built my clientele. And now building my husband's, we do nails together.
That's right. And I see he is posting all the time. And from when he started, his nails now, it's insane.
Yes.
Like,
I'm proud of him.
Huge shout out to Eric for like really getting his nail game going. I love that he was like, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
He saw an opportunity. He's like, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. And he really dug in. And IG's helped him. Honestly, that's your main exposure. There's other ways to do it too, but that's where I get most of my clients now. And most of them I filter over to him. He's almost full now. God, so incredible. It's really the best marketing I've ever done. And I thank you for that, because at first I was like, really? I don't have time to do this. Do I really want to take pictures of myself of my nails?
Right.
But actually, when I started doing it, it becomes addicting.
Totally.
And you see your work and you get excited.
Totally.
And your clients get excited about taking the pictures too.
Yeah, so. Look at that. I got goosebumps just hearing that.
Pretty fun.
It is fun. I what's funny is I was in that same place, obviously, before we started getting aggressive with social media with young nails, but I don't need this. We don't need this. Same deal. And now it's the same, where I love it. I love seeing our posts and just all the content we're putting out. I really like what you said specifically about utilizing your Instagram page as a portfolio.
Exactly.
You know? So like, it's the modern day portfolio for nail professionals. So there's like so many different ways you can go with Instagram and social media, right? If I was going to jump in, I would probably jump in with like 5 different platforms and get crazy. You don't have to do that. At the minimum, and it's still great marketing is what Melissa said. Like, you have to post regularly so that people can see that you're active and that you're showing like a variety of work, right? Like you said, short nails, long nails, nude nails, different shapes, like everything that you can do, right?
Yes, and being active is so important, because if I'm off a day, my clients are like, you didn't post. I want to see what you're doing so I can know what I want next time. But you know what's cool about that is you do all these crazy designs one week, and then the whole next week, what are people picking? Something you've done already, maybe in another color. So you really jam through it. You've already done it. So that's helped a lot too.
Yeah. Talk about, do your clients want to see their own nails on your Instagram page?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I've heard this. But
yes. And I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I mean, there's a few of them that actually tell me, okay, I follow all the platforms, Young Nails, Greece, Japan, everywhere.
Hilarious.
Okay. And I see them repost my nails, and there's like 9,000 people that like mine. They're so excited.
They love it.
And then they compete with each other. Well, mine had 4,000. Well, mine had 9, girl, my last one. So then they compete with each other and want a better set. So they follow to get more likes. It's a game for all of us. It's so fun.
It's like, See, this is what I'm hearing. Melissa, what you've done, like you've built a community. Like you've literally, you have your community of your clients that are involved in your social media, which is your business. And it's, you can see it. You post, I love that you post personal stuff on there too. You and your husband going to places, going to see art, going to get, Angel games, although I wish it was Dodgers. Yeah, that's cool.
I like Dodgers too. It's all good. I just live across the street from Angel Stadium, so they get my money first.
Of course, you got to take advantage of that. But what I love what you do is it's like you've got nails is obviously your business, and you can see all the different looks, right? But you also get the personal side. On your stories, it's you and your husband, and you go on places. I love that because it's I can see, like I can get to know you, right? If I go to your page, it's like, oh, what's Melissa up to? And as a client, like I think that's super important.
Thank
I think
you.
It's huge. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do comment on that I like to say experience the experience when you come in to see Eric or I.
Totally.
It is an experience.
Yeah.
It's an incredible experience. And him and I actually like each other out of work too, which is great. So it's just fun to be around us, fun to be in the salon we work in. It's just a great atmosphere. Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. No, that's great.
So thank you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, okay, we've got where you work. We've got social media, a huge part of it. Number 3. And I know this one's a big one for Melissa too, and we've talked about this off camera. Getting nails, doing nails of people that are facing a lot of other people, right? That have a lot of traffic. So like someone in a retail environment that is going to be facing a ton of people, right? If you get nails on them, now it's kind of like wearing your work. It's like you have multiple people that are showing off your work. They ask, I love your nails. Where'd you get them done? Oh, you got to make sure and hit up
to me.
Yep. Check out our IG. Check out our Instagram.
And they do that for me.
Exactly.
So what I did, and this is really what built my clientele. I kept my IG up. I posted daily. I had the whole day open. My nails looked fabulous. I changed them like every 3 hours to something different just to take a picture.
So good.
When I first started. But I chose a place to work, and you don't necessarily have to work in a place where there's a lot of hairdressers. But for me, I was fortunate enough to pick a place that had 64 hairdressers. I've never heard of it ever. So that's why I picked that salon. I figured if I could get it on 10 of these hairdressers, and they have assistants, so they tear through 20 people a day. So people seeing my work constantly and then wearing
people
it.
A day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what I did is I asked them, how much did you pay for your set? Some were $45. Some were $85. There was one that was $25. I was like, okay. I said, could I please do your nails for what you paid for them? I'll do whatever. Or if you trust me to pick it, I'll do some amazing nails on you. You could see my work, see if you like it. And your clients could see my work. So they agreed to it. And I actually got it on 13 girls, hairdressers that I worked with. And that built my clientele. So they wanted to say, yeah, well, you wear your nails too crazy. So does she do something more natural? Well, here's her IG. So that really is what built my clientele. Also, I have clients that work at the bank. I have clients that work at clothing stores. Clothing stores are huge. Because that's fashion.
Right.
Sephora, if you could get it on somebody, I mean, I don't mean to drop names, but like something like that.
Of course.
Like at a makeup store.
Absolutely.
Any of those, that goes hand in hand with beauty. So
go into Sephora, Ulta, all these shops and let them know, like get your nails on them. Melissa, I love that. It's such a great way to get exposure. And like you said, it built your clientele.
Well, it did, because I'm going to be honest, I never got not one walk-in. I know that sounds crazy. There was a huge walk-in flow for hair, but my prices were a little more than the average. There was nail techs there. They didn't quite charge as much as I did, but I don't think their education level was, hadn't taken our class yet.
Sure.
So I feel that by sticking to my prices and exposing it that way helped me build it. So if I would have depended on walk-ins, I would have a much less price to start in to compete with people who started at $25, $2 down from me.
Right.
So that helped me a lot.
On that, really quick, I think this is important to just throw this in there, but $2 down, charging $25 a set.
Yes, but starting at, but still.
Okay. Can you talk about your prices? What do you charge, Melissa?
Okay. For active length, I'm $95. It starts at
full set,
and that's sculpting. For medium, it's 125, and for long, it's 150.
And you have a full clientele.
I have a full clientele with the waiting list.
Yeah.
And everything you get when you sit in my chair is worth it. It's the experience. It's my education. I can't express education more.
Enough, right.
But yeah, that's really what gets you to your next level. And the second's your confidence level.
Yeah. And what do you say to people that would say to you, hey, you're in Southern California, that's why you can charge those prices? Like, what's the answer to that? Because we get so many people that, you know, I'm here, I can't charge that. Like, and obviously now you're very experienced. You've been doing this a long time. It's not like you came out of school charging those prices, but now that you're experienced and you've built this clientele, you're there. What do you say to people that would tell you, well, yeah, you can, because you're in Orange County and there's money there and so on and so forth?
Okay. I'm from Tulare County, so look it up on the map. It's
by Fresno.
Yes, between Fresno and Bakersfield.
Right.
Okay. Right. Great area, but it's really rural. A lot of agriculture, a lot of cows.
Yep.
Some people don't have a lot of money, some do.
Sure.
It's not like here. I actually thought that here I'd build faster. Mm-hmm. But there, I mean, it was easier for me and my prices were that there.
Right.
So for me to move here that costs more expensive, why would I go cheaper? Right. I would drown.
Right.
So I just believed in myself and knew what I did was right. And I stuck to my price.
Yep.
And it took me a year and a half to build. Whereas if I would have been less expensive, I could have built in 6 months.
Totally.
But I'd be struggling now.
You'd be struggling.
It would be hard for me. So I just stuck with it and let people experience it. And from there, it grew. And I'm so grateful.
I would argue, Melissa, that it's even more difficult to build here because the competition is so fierce. Like 2 hours down, $25. Around the corner, $25. Everywhere you go is $25 for a set. So I would say it's even more difficult.
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
That totally makes sense to me. And so in summary, to wrap this up, first of all, I want to address this. Like you can have solid pricing. You don't have to charge $20 a set. You don't have to try to like directly compete with the salon down the street. It takes time, but if you do, I love how Melissa did it, you know, not through walk-ins, but through
word of mouth.
Yeah, word of mouth, and ultimately like through these tactics, utilizing wearing her work, utilizing social media and Instagram to drive people to her page so that they can see all the options. And it's easy to share as well. And then finally putting them on hairdressers, somebody that has a lot of exposure in front of like just tons of traffic. These are strategies that you can utilize to build your clientele. It took her a year and a half to do it, okay, after she had done it 2 times already. But here's the thing. She did it the right way, you know, and it takes time. Even somebody's experienced as Melissa, a year and a half is a long time for somebody that had a full clientele in Tulare and moved down to Southern California. So you've got to, and she wasn't going to settle, you know, she wasn't going to settle, and she did it the right way. And she's got a phenomenal career now, and we're obviously very fortunate to have her come and teach at OWC, which you should do.
Thank you. Yes, you should.
Right?
Come visit us. It's so fun.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I would love to hear your experience as well with marketing. What are some tactics you have utilized to build your clientele? In the comments below? That would be awesome. And also, I just want to say, any topics you want to hear, please let us know in the comments below so that we can bring them up here on the Biz Talk. And with that, say thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on the Biz Talk.